My Mexican chili omelette is filled with oozy cheese and an amazing guacamole-style slaw.
It all starts in here in the liquidizer. I'm going to make a gorgeous avocado dressing, silky green, and literally anything you pour it on, it turns into a heavenly thing.
This dressing is bursting with Mexican flavours. Go in with a good handful of coriander, stalks and all. Whack in a nice ripe avocado and season. Add a good dollop of plain yoghurt and the zest and juice of 2 limes.
No more boring omelettes. No, 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 no. This is going to be a new level, okay? Makes a lovely lunch, a lovely dinner. So in with the juice. Wazz it up.
Loosen with a tablespoon of olive oil and a splash of water. And you've got an amazing guacamole-style dressing.
This could sit in your fridge for 4 or 5 days as a salad dressing. Absolutely gorgeous. But I want to sort of put it around a slaw.
There's no magic to this slaw, you just want crunchy fresh veg. I've got some Savoy cabbage, an onion, a little bit of white cabbage, along with 1 grated carrot and something a bit more unusual.
Before we had potatoes or tomatoes or even onions, the only thing we really had was kale. You can get it in all the supermarkets. It grows beautifully. You get different colour kales, purple kales, this, that and the other, and it's incredibly good for you. But people don't really know what to do with it. Well, you can just steam it or boil it, but raw in salads, unbelievable. Now, you might have heard of people sort of talking about raw food diets and stuff like that, and before you think they're all crazy, this, that and the other, by cooking food, you know, obviously you're losing some of those lovely, gorgeous things that fill us up with energy and make our nails and hair and eyes and everything work. Well, by finding wonderful ways to have raw food, you know, like coleslaw, this is a really good way of getting the good stuff in you.
Spoon over the dressing and get your hands straight in there to make sure every strand of veg is coated with that silky avocado.
So to hold that beautiful slaw, I'm going to make a lovely, large, comforting, big Mexican omelette with a little cheese. It's going to make me feel good, it's going to fill me up. And for that, I need 2 large eggs per person. Crack into a bowl.
Add a pinch of salt, then whisk together with a little splash of water. This is the key to a perfect wafer-thin omelette.
Eggs are the most brilliant, cheap form of quality protein. There's a whole cocktail of goodness in an egg. If you buy it as a pack of 12, that's up to 50p cheaper than buying 2 6s. So just buying and shopping smart is going to save you a whole load of money. Get your pan on a medium heat, okay? I'm then going to go in with a little oil. I do not want to cook this omelette hard and fast. I do not want it to be golden. I do not want it to be crunchy. I want it to be yellow, silky. Rub a bit of kitchen towel around the pan. As soon as we think that's getting nice and hot, we're going to go in here. By putting the water in the egg, can you see how loose that is around the pan, right? And it's going to be nice and thin. We can go around the edges a little bit. Egg cooks at a very low temperature, so we want to be very, very delicate with that. Now, another little tip. Come with me over to the freezer. I know this will be the same for you as me as well, and I'm not trying to be like all compromising. All of us have little odds and ends of cheese, yeah? So instead of having like bits and pieces kicking around the fridge, have a look in the fridge. I mean, some people have cheese that's been there for like 1,000,000 years, okay? Before you get to that stage, just have a little grate up. And what I love to do with all of my odds and ends, and this is a brilliant thing to do, it doesn't matter if it's red Leicester or feta cheese or cheddar, this is frozen cheese, okay? Now, all the cheese connoisseurs will be swearing, saying you don't do that, it's a great cheese. But doing this is much better than throwing it away. It's much better than having odds and ends and horrible bits in the corner of a fridge getting mouldy. And what we can do here is actually we can save frozen cheese for things like lasagnas, cannellonis, sort of lovely bakes. And it's just a really clever, wise thing to do. So a little bit of cheese in and around my omelette there.
As soon as the cheese is oozing and the omelette is set, whip it off the heat and pile in that slaw. Then it's time for the tricky bit.
So, get myself a little plate. Now, very important this bit. You just want to kind of get in there, ease up that omelette. For me, this is something that I do for myself fairly regularly. You can just shake it, flip it over like that. You can then go over to the plate and do the other side.
For a final taste of Mexico, scatter with extra coriander and some finely sliced chili. And for £1.42 a portion, you've got a super filling, super tasty supper packed with the good stuff in no time at all.
It's an omelette, but definitely not as you know it. Nice and easy to make. That slaw will keep in the fridge for 4 days. These omelettes take a minute and a half to make. And once you made the first one, you'll just get better and better and you get the hang of it. And you can turn it out, roll it out, flip it out, do what you like to it. But that is a great little plate of food. Delicious.